Muted. Sorry, I'm muted. Hey, everybody, welcome in. I had changed and unplugged this, but then, with my son, I had to plug it back in. Thanks for coming in. Duncan 1900 Homestead, I appreciate you stopping in and giving some love if you can't necessarily stay here the whole time, but I appreciate that. Hey, Hedgehogs Homestead, Laura and Anir, good to see you. And anyone in the bushes too, appreciate you. I've been studying about vitamin D and not a lot. It's not sticking because I'm still vitamin D deficient myself and trying to get my diet also regulated at the same time as I'm trying to up my vitamin D levels. If you're regular here, then you know kind of what's been going on. I had gotten a blood test and I was found to be vitamin D deficient, and so much so that my doctor put me on prescription vitamin D, like high dose, but it's only once weekly just to get my blood serum levels up. And supposedly the D2, although here we go again. It's this, I've always got this one piece of hair that just wants to go there, just never fails. But D2 is a cheaper form, but it's also supposedly absorbed better for those of us who have autoimmune. And I guess that's why she chose to do that rather than telling me to get a specific product, because she herself was doing functional medicine, but she said the area where her office is can't support like that part of her practice, and that part of her practice isn't covered really by insurance. So she's now kind of phasing out that part of her practice, which really makes me sad. But I totally understand because it is kind of an expensive thing, because we used to see a functional medicine doctor and we had to stop because I have to take this off. I'm getting too warm. This is heated behind me from my back. That is actually one of the effects of vitamin D. I found out if you are deficient, it can manifest as lower back pain, which was really interesting. It's very strange. I'm sure mine is more than that because I don't think I've always been, vitamin D deficient. Yeah, it looks like Abe got you, Laura, since you left his E off. He's like, "Wow." I love my friends. They're so goofy. But just anybody who's seeing this for the first time, or if you're watching it in replay, I am not a doctor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please see your doctor if you want to go trying anything that I'm talking about. This is strictly from what I am going through in my own life, and I'm sharing it, and what other people are going through in their lives, and they might be sharing it. But consult a doctor before you change anything medically in your life. And yeah, you are responsible for you. I'm responsible for me. So anyway, I've been just like trying to get my D up. I started taking a multivitamin right after that happened too, just to make sure all my bases were covered, and organic, made from food, multivitamin. But I was trying to also find recently the crossover foods for, D for the K2. And K2, a lot of that is fermented foods, which, because I have the MTHFR gene variant, I don't do so well with, and I tend to headache off of certain fermented foods. I'll get a headache probably because they're loaded with wild yeast. So yeah, I got to get creative. One, I was happy to see that both go together, as the vitamin D and your K, your natural D and K, is in egg yolks. And what's really weird is I've been having major cravings for having eggs for breakfast. Like if I veer off of that, my body still wants it. And it's like, okay, that might be why. And it's trying to synthesize that D. So what I'll have with it is a fat, which is like a guacamole, which is a natural fat. Hey, girl dad, welcome in. But to get to what I said about hormones, yes, vitamin D is, no, sir, eat the popcorn, don't play with it. Sorry, I have to always be momming at these 2:31s at the same time. Vitamin D is a precursor for all sexual hormones, both, male and female. And it is also I'm trying to think what they called it. It's an inactive prohormone, vitamin D is, that must be metabolized into an active hormonal form before it can function. And it says vitamin D is derived from cholesterol and has a similar chemical structure to adrenal and sex hormones. The most common form of vitamin D is synthesized in the skin when exposed to ultraviolet B light radiation from the sun. In the body, vitamin D is metabolized into an active form, calcitriol or triol, it might be calcitriol, when the kidneys detect a lack of calcium or phosphate. The kidneys produce, and I'm not going to get into all this like sciencey words that are above me right now, but basically it the enzyme is stimulated like by the parathyroid hormone, which is secreted in response to low calcium levels. What's interesting is my mom had parathyroid disease. She had a non-functioning parathyroid. We have, I believe it's 4. We have a set of 2, like, and they flank your thyroid. And she had one that was not functioning well, and it actually caused some issues with calcium being in the blood. And they put her on vitamin D like for the rest of her life because she wasn't going to have the parathyroid removed, the one that was dysfunctional. But what I was reading too was if you are getting your vitamin, hey, Ann's Place, welcome in. If you're getting, hey, Moon over Miami, if you're getting your vitamin D from the sun, what you want to make sure is that your shadow, when you look down, is just as tall as you or shorter. That means you're getting the right type of sunlight on you for vitamin D absorption. You need about 10 to 30 minutes. The only problem is it was saying like people who are overweight or have darker skin have a harder time absorbing it from the sun, which is so strange because like I know darker colors in the sunlight seem to attract the sun, but it must be the melanin is like a natural sunblock. And they showed that with ultraviolet like light. So no matter how much like our skin tone may attract the light, the more melanin we have in our skin, it blocks out the UV rays and or UVB rays more. And they showed this. It was an ultraviolet light, I believe, that they put on people who were putting sunscreen on, and they looked like they were putting like blackface on back in the day. Like all of a sudden, they were in almost like a black and white, like how you see in night vision, and they're smearing it on and they're just turning totally, it's all dark. You can't see their like light skin tone anymore. So that was really interesting to see that it's basically melanin. But so there's got to be a more natural way. Hey, the Bud Files, welcome in, to develop like a sunscreen. I know in other countries, like they are more concerned about what goes into their water there. So they are very careful about what their sunscreens are made out of. And yeah, I'd like to look into some of those. But that's only for if you're going to be out longer than, say, your 30 minutes or your extremely fair skin and you only need, say, 10 in that kind of direct sunlight. I know there's a major concern for, skin cancer. Some people believe, or some other functional medicine doctors believe, people who develop the skin cancer tend to actually be D deficient or can't metabolize the vitamin D through their skin. And that's how it's like a dysfunction within that skin layer that causes it. Who knows? I just know people that, who are out in the sun a lot tend to get it down here, and it is definitely a concern. Also, as we age, because our skin thins, we have a harder time assimilating it from the sunlight and through our skin. Because that's one thing I used to love to lay out. Love it. I used to love it. And I never realized how happy and how it affected just even my brain chemicals and everything. because I had enough vitamin D. I was getting enough vitamin D. Plus, sunshine helps that too. It just elevates your mood. But I think since I stopped doing that, I've been running lower than usual. Like I might be the type of person that needs a little bit extra and needs that, 20 to 30 minutes in the sunlight to absorb the D that my body needs. But I was just I'm going to drop the link if anybody is familiar with this, wants to come up, or has time to come up. Probably only going to go, the latest is to 4, earliest would be before then. But I was wondering if you guys have had your vitamin D levels ever checked with a blood, with your blood tests that you run at your doctor's. And I know, some of us put those off. I hadn't had like a full CBC with, vitamin D and my thyroid in a long time. And then I actually asked her for the MTHFR, and thankfully, uh, they they were able to do it. And yeah, I do have part of the variant, which makes total sense because also people who are on the spectrum tend to have issues with that MTHFR gene. But let me see. Let's see. Let's see what else I had. Hold on. Laura's getting it connected. You ready? Let me welcome to the stage Hedgehog's Homestead.
Hi, guys.
Hey, Laura. Welcome in.
Thank you. Gotta
How's
turn
it?
the light so you can see that I'm not vitamin D deficient.
Yeah, you've been out in the sun quite a bit up
I'm
there.
always out in the sun these days, but I used
Yeah.
to not be out in the sun very often. I know that.
Right. Like when you were on the West Coast and you guys got so much rain, did you feel the difference? Like, were you more achy out there compared to now? Like,
I think so. I was more achy out there, and my niece who lives in the Northwest, she's vitamin D deficient and has all kinds of aches and pains all the time.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
but she
Right.
also has oh, I forget what she has. Lupus.
They were
And
saying like it does help like rheumatoid arthritis and like make the vitamin D even therapy. Like, but you have to, of course, see a doctor for it, but asking them if you can go a little bit higher than the RDA amount.
hmm
And then, of course, I'm sure they probably have to test you and watch that.
right.
Oh, and Mir says he has a lot of food he enjoys that has vitamin D in it. Yeah, I'm thinking cheeseburgers and cheeseburgers and cheeseburgers.
Yeah, yeah.
Perhaps that's
Right.
like, yeah, it's like one of his favorite foods.
Mm.
It used to be mine too, for sure. I loved a good cheeseburger. I
Oh,
still do, but it's
I
hard
love a
to,
good cheeseburger.
yeah,
Can't
hard,
lie.
yeah, hard to find them like with a good gluten-free bun. The gluten-free buns never like seem to live up to those nice soft like brioche
Mm.
rolls or
Yeah. Oh, I know.
just
The
hard.
brioche, buttery kind of.
Oh, now I'm gonna be hungry for one. But yeah, the dairy they do say is supposed to be, but the only thing with dairy is a lot of that D is synthetic. And
Hmm
you're looking for something a little more natural, it would be the egg yolk. The others, of course, are fatty fish. If you can do salmon, salmon is definitely one that, or mackerel, or sardines, which, yeah, I'm not really. Let's see, I was trying to look up to the foods. Let's see, many of the foods are known to be high. The K2 ones were interesting because they were saying like sauerkraut, fermented soybeans, which I won't touch. I won't. Soybeans just don't agree with me. Um, but they're saying too, K1 is the one that is naturally occurring in plant-based foods. So that's the collard greens, your turnip greens, kale, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, spinach. When I did used to juice greens, I did feel like a lot better.
hmm
Not sure why. Um, Probably because it had all those micronutrients. Oh, chicken breast too is another one,
Yeah.
but that's K2. That's not D. Let me see where my D list is. I've got all kinds of things open here behind it. I'm like popping things open and
Yeah.
closing. I'm trying to find the different things. That's why I was like, nope, that's actually the K2 list I'm reading to you guys. Sorry. But I'm sorry, you were saying the person has lupus, but
Lupus. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
But
that's
she has a vitamin D deficiency too. And
mhm,
as she was figuring out what was going on with her body and the pains everywhere, she found out she was vitamin D and then found out she had lupus. And
mm,
so I don't know if the lupus creates the vitamin D deficiency or vice versa,
right.
um, but I know that vitamin D can cause aches and pains and mimic
Yeah.
all kinds of other diseases. So yeah.
Um, yeah, and you can try. The only thing, yeah, you can try about the synthetic. I actually watch a guy that he lost a ton of weight and he credits some of that too to not having, yes, to not eating. Oh yeah, and mushrooms. Thank you, huh? Thank you, dear. Thank you, A dear. My wonderful wrench. Thank you for helping me. I
Yeah.
just found it, but that's great because now it's in the chat. Um, what was I going to say? I was just saying and answering.
Egg
Oh,
yolk.
the synthetic. No, the
Bananas.
synthetic. What is that? Is that mine? I keep hearing like it's like a blurt of noise
Hearing
out of
it.
the blue. Okay, you're not here. That's weird. Um, that you didn't hear that?
Uh-uh.
It must be my. Are you guys hearing any kind of audio anomaly at all in the side chat? Uh, what I was going to say was he believes that part of it was because everything is fortified, and the fortification and the synthetic vitamins are what also were making him put on weight. But it could be what it's in too, the food that it was in. And he's even talked about that. Like a lot of it is in boxes or it's, the breads and the bagged things. However, our body needs as many natural vitamins as possible compared to synthetic because our body recognizes that and can process it better.
Mm-hmm.
No? No what? Oh, you can't hear it. Okay. I'm sorry, Abe. I'm like a little tired. I was about to take like a tiny little nap before the live, and my daughter called me, woke me up, and I was like, oh.
It was nice of her.
It was so nice of her to do that. She has this habit of forgetting that I'm live at 2:30, and she'll call even like right, oh, I thought it was 3. I'm like, no, it's 2:30. And I've come to pick you up early before and told you it's 2:30 and that yeah, you should know, please. Oh, thank you. All right. But yeah, so I was listening to another like thing on actually food and uh your brain, like just lack of
Mm-hmm.
nutrition and brain function for him, for myself too. And it was quite interesting. And then I had to turn that, stop that and listen to her. And all she was calling for was because she was bored at work.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the synthetic is always difficult. And the link is up above you. I don't know if you found it. But yeah, that's so
So,
weird. I
so
can't
what I found
hear.
was salmon, cod oil,
Yeah,
mushrooms,
cause of it. Yep.
um, egg yolk, milk,
Yep.
orange juice, yogurt, and some. Let me see. There's more here.
Yeah, I found my list just as you guys were finding it. But the yogurt and the orange juice is going to be the synthetic.
Mm-hmm.
Like any of the milks, those are added usually in synthetic. The thing too with milk is they talk about giving us milk to help with vitamin D and calcium, but I heard somebody talking about the chemistry of that and that the phosphorus is much too high for us to absorb the calcium through the milk. Like the phosphorus kind of blocks it and we don't like absorb as much calcium as they make us think that we are absorbing.
Mm-hmm.
So The egg yolks, like all the natural, yeah, the cod liver oil, that's one thing I took, and I did stop taking it, and I wonder if that's probably what led me down the road to the deficiency, plus not getting sun. I had been inside a lot because of the heat. I'm
And of course,
surprised.
you can have the cheese.
Yeah, and I love cheese. Cheese is,
Hmm.
oh my gosh. I have been having cheese. I didn't go off my dairy yet. Uh,
Right.
I'm surprised trout is above salmon because they're talking about different micrograms. Cod liver
Mhm.
oil is 34 micrograms per serving. Trout is 16.2, and that averages to like the 34.0, and 1 tablespoon of cod liver oil is 1,360 units. So, like our grandparents and some of our parents used to be given cod liver oil when they were sick. You see them like the parent would go at them with a spoonful of cod liver oil,
Yeah, yeah,
and they'd be like, like you can get it in capsules. Thank God now you can
yeah. Thank
swallow it. Yeah, and then I think they even started flavoring it, so
cod
it's like,
liver oil and wheat germ.
yeah, can't do wheat germ. Can't do wheat germ, but yeah, the wheat germ was for the what? To help them poop or
Yeah,
something? Yeah, yeah, gross.
all kinds. It was all the rage when we were young.
Oh, yeah, I
My
don't
parents,
remember.
my mom would want, oh, put wheat germ on it. Everything had to have wheat germ on it.
Oh, the wheat germ oil, like topically, yeah. And
Well, yeah.
jojoba came after that, the
Hmm.
jojoba oil in all our shampoos and conditioners and stuff.
Yeah. And
This
now
is,
it's argan oil and
yep.
yeah,
It's a sugar-free. Oh, and it's like a new oil all the time.
yeah,
I like the like mango butter and the ones that sound like butter, shea butter, anything buttery sounds
yeah.
better.
Well,
But
it feels good too.
yeah, it feels good too.
Shea butter and
Yeah, it does. And
yeah,
the cocoa butter is even better because it smells like chocolate if it's real cocoa butter.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
delicious. What's the other thing I was looking for? So you do need the K2 though to help you absorb and metabolize the
Mhm.
vitamin D. But the top ones too, like you guys both found, it's the fish, the cod liver oil, trout, salmon, mushrooms, and then it gets into the milk. But I wanted to get,
Mhm.
and they talk about like soy um, milks and all the milks. The cereal is where I even heard a nutritionist mention the ready to eat cereals, and I'm like, yeah, but a lot of them have a bunch of other crap.
Right.
Um, then there's sardines, egg, liver, and beef.
But
Um,
does the cereal only work because it has milk?
no, 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 they fortify both. So then
Oh,
you're getting fortification in both of them, but both are synthetic, and both your body could be, reacting to and getting inflamed. And then, yeah. Oops, we must have lost. Anne, are you still there? Are you trying or do you need anything? I said you could try. I don't know what happened. She might
is
have
she
kicked
trying to
herself
come
out
up?
accidentally. I don't know. Um, but yeah, that just trying to get my levels up is hopefully working. I don't know if she's going to retest me when I go in October and tell me to go
Mhm.
retest. But I've noticed with getting it up a little bit that the plantar fasciitis isn't as painful. I mean, I'm
Mm,
still stiff. I've still got the fibro, sadly.
right.
Um, but it's a little bit less painful. And other than that, like I was really surprised though to find out, like, oh yeah, okay, so if you don't have D, then most of your hormones are not going to function properly either. And it's
Mhm.
really just balancing them out. It's not like giving you more or it's just balancing them so you don't have that like they were
She's
even saying with positive, like the estrogen positive breast cancers, that they were studying if they could give D to these women to help balance it out and knock back the growth of those breast cancers. Okay, you're not blocked. The browser has blocked your mic
sometimes
and
you just have to wait
camera.
a few minutes for it to come up.
Yeah, the browsers, but you have to use with StreamYard, you do have to use usually Chrome, or if you're on a phone, you have to use whatever your phone says you need to use. Like if you have a iPhone, they tell us to use the opposite. They tell us to go use Safari,
Yeah.
come in, which is weird. But I think if you have the Android, you might have to use Chrome on that too. But you
Yeah.
have to use the Chrome browser. And then you'll be able to fix that with the mic and the camera. Because those are in your settings when you come on, and you just test your mic and test
Yeah.
your camera.
Yeah.
We'll have to get a peek at you though to see that you're the real Anne, but I believe you are. That's the real thing. Okay, well, it should go through then. It shouldn't be blocking your mic.
Yeah. When I come up, every time I come up, it
It's
says
setting it.
it's blocked,
Yeah,
and then or not. It doesn't say it's blocked. It just doesn't go.
it
And
wants you
I
to set
go
it
in
up.
anyways, and it's fine. So
Okay, all your settings are on allowed, but are you setting you go into and make sure it's on that mic setting that you're using for a mic and that it's on the right camera too, Anne, because that's what it's asking you for. So it's just a matter of just setting it up. But it was interesting to find out even for men. Oh, and 40% of people are actually are vitamin D deficient. 40% of the population.
mhm.
And
Because we sit inside too much.
yeah, we do. We do. A lot of it is that. And also too, like there's the aging population and there's
Yeah.
people who don't eat right and
Hmm.
yeah, exactly. It was just interesting that I thought I was eating pretty well and here I am like that one in. Like I'm 1 foot in there just by 1 point that I'm like borderline diabetic, which is like diabetes too. Just like 1 point. If I would have had one less point, I wouldn't be there. And then yeah, this D deficiency.
And what are you trying to come up on? Is it your computer?
Yeah, are you coming up on a laptop or are you coming up on a phone? You still have to set it even if you only have one camera and one mic because sometimes it might default to something else. If it's an iPhone, you have to. Yeah, I already said that, Moon. Thank you.
Yeah. Appreciate that, though, Moon.
Appreciate it, though. Yeah, I said Chrome for the others, but iPhone is opposite of Safari. At least I
Which
think
is so weird.
I know it is. Pretty darn sure I said that because I have an iPhone and have dealt with that.
Yeah, you did say that.
Yeah, it's in the settings and it says like mine is actually set to a FaceTime HD camera. Have no idea why, or I could use Snap. Well, Snap is no longer effective,
So
unfortunately.
if you're using your camera and from your desktop, it should just default to that.
Hey, Wellness with Frugal
And
Mama.
just give it a minute, and then it will start to pick up your voice or your your face, and then go ahead and go in.
And you gave permissions, you said. So just bear with us, guys, because
Hey,
Anne
Wellness, good to see you.
wants to start doing live streams, and we're trying to help her out. Hey, our treasured home. Welcome in, Nancy.
Yeah, good to see you.
I was looking for that update, Nancy, but I haven't gotten back to see your update that you were going to do on that Sunday. I must have just missed it. Right? Happy Friday. It doesn't feel like a Friday today.
It doesn't.
It's just we're having overcast weather today and it was affecting, like I had to use a nasal spray. It was affecting my equilibrium, my balance. So I must have had some deep congestion. I still have to make that tea that growing out of the box told me about that involved radishes, like
Okay.
somehow. Yeah, you like juice radishes. It's not really a tea. I'm sorry. No, it's not a tea. It's like you make this mix and then you take a shot of it. It's kind of like that
Oh,
other stuff that people make during, uh, the winter that they like let it sit and
hmm,
in the apple cider vinegar, and then they take shots of that
like
to
a
keep
ferment.
themselves well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I've never heard of it. Equilibrium is a very underrated film. I'll have to look into it. Yeah, Robert was saying that he just went and saw Homestead Aquarius. I mean, he just went and saw the new, I guess, Alien movie. He said it was really good.
Oh,
That's a
really?
great way. If you don't have like reliable air conditioner, we did the same thing when I was up in PA with my family, was go see a
Hmm.
movie, go
Yeah,
see a
we.
matinee and get some AC. And if their AC is broken, then get your money back
Yeah.
and go to the mall or something else that you can get some AC, cool off. But yeah, it just doesn't feel like a usual. I woke up very like tired this morning, but
Mm,
just weird, like feeling
me
weird.
too. It was
I
a
heard
zombie.
what was that? Like a
Yeah, it was
zombie?
a zombie this morning. It was raining so hard last night that and
These
then
worms.
stuff started blowing all over the place,
Yeah.
and so it woke me up in the middle of the night and I couldn't get back to sleep for a while. So hey, Storm. Did it
What-
storm over there, Storm? Certainly did here.
Yeah, we got a little bit this early morning and then just now, right before. That's what stunk too, was it was raining. I was listening to something and I was just starting to kind of drift off. I had my alarm set in case I did. And then my phone rang really loud and I was like, oh, nobody ever calls me when like I have like
Hey,
I
Doug.
can take a phone call. Hey Duncan, welcome back in. But yeah, for those of you just coming in the beginning, we talked about, yes, that vitamin D does affect your hormone levels, that it's a precursor to your hormones, that it is hold on, I got to find the term that they call it. There's a certain term they use. Doo, doo, doo. I've got too many things over here.
Too
And
many
then, of
things.
course, I'm scrolling to
Yeah.
my notes. Um, where did it say? It's not in that one. It is. Yeah, I guess too, we have different requirements in different countries. I see
Hmm.
vitamin D is an inactive. This is what I was looking for. Pro hormone that must be metabolized into an active hormonal form before it can function. So yeah, you have to metabolize it in order for it to function, and it uses your liver and your kidneys. So if you have any issues in either of those, you're going to have a hard time with metabolizing vitamin D. Oh, he said, yep, off and on all night and more right up to about 2 hours ago. So he's getting rain too.
Mm.
I'll have to
I
look
mean,
into the aid. Go ahead.
so avocados and broccoli is good in vitamin D too.
Oh, and I love avocados. That's what I've been having. It's the
Hmm.
guacamole. Yeah, the
Well, that's good.
guacamole. I'm surprised I didn't even mention that because I have been like eating a lot of avocado.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, I've been trying to do it naturally, and I do love like making just scrambled eggs with. I have this organic salsa which I want to
Mhm.
make my own because it's really like one I could probably make, and that just mixed in with scrambled eggs with a little bit of slap your mama,
Mhm.
but you can't have the slap your mama unless they take the salt out, right?
Right.
Still watching sodium. So you would just do the salsa and the scrambled
Yep.
eggs and whatever you're using for, if you're using that
Yep.
potassium. Are you using that potassium like the anti-salt salt that it's like a
No,
potassium something? Okay.
no. I use Mrs. Dash,
Oh, okay.
and
Well,
so I just avoid it
this
altogether.
yeah,
I'm not
this takes the
using
place. Yeah, this takes the place of Mrs. Dash with the adding the salsa into the scrambled eggs and then just having the guacamole with it. And then I put it actually, I did have those almond cassava
Mhm.
tortillas, so I could have it. with a little bit of cheese, and it was almost like way, way better than McDonald's breakfast
Mhm.
burritos, but loaded with vitamin D, and
Yeah.
other vitamins. Just in
Awesome.
time. Take my security cam down to see what's wrong. Oh no, having an issue with it. Yeah, this is my headphones doing it.
Mm. We can't hear it. It's
Darn
not
it.
breaking
These
up.
were giving me trouble. These were the brand new ones too, and they were giving me trouble with Diva on
Mm.
Saturday night. I was hoping it wasn't them because then she mentioned something about changing her mic settings. But yeah, I have been raising my D levels through diet, but also my doctor put me on, for those of you coming in, now or a little bit later, my doctor put me on D2 because supposedly D2 is not so much easier to absorb, it's a cheaper version of vitamin D3,
Mm.
but people who have autoimmune, supposedly it is easier to absorb
Hmm.
from what I was reading. Because I was trying to figure out, like, well, why'd she put me on the crappy version D? Like, if my D's low, why are you putting me on crappy D? Turns out I left the spotlight
Well,
on
they're
again.
saying like
Oh,
bell peppers and zucchinis and cucumbers and
yeah.
um,
I wonder if
you
that's the list.
know,
Is
yeah,
that for all D? Where did
all
I just
D,
put my
and
list?
then Brussels sprouts. Yum.
Yeah. Thank you.
Also, I don't know if you like.
I don't have Brussels on here. I have broccoli on here, but no Brussels. I have
Yeah.
beef, but really they don't have much at all. It like stops at where it stops for me on the list of
Hmm.
D is it zeroes out on those things, but it
Hmm.
says zero point 0.1 micrograms of chicken breast for 3 ounces. So
The
that,
thing about what you're eating with the avocados, that's got K in it too, so that's going to help you
yeah,
absorb.
yeah, avocado's not even on my list, and I've got it from the NIH.
Mm.
So I'm wondering what list did you pull? Is it an AI?
Um, it's an AI. It's well,
Yeah.
it's I can show it to you.
Oh yeah, share it, share it, share it, share
Yeah.
it.
Um, it's a free download PF.
And
Uh,
it's saying that blocks it? That's really weird. It shouldn't block it.
okay, I don't want to download it.
So is it blocking and your pop-ups are allowed and your mic is set to the mic setting for your desktop and your camera? And you definitely have a camera that you're using. Is it a plug-in camera? Because most desktops don't have cameras unless you add them. Because then you would have to go in and add both. And that might be just something to do with the plugged in camera and mic. Because the mic might be right next to the camera that you're plugging in. Because most desktops don't have a camera in their monitors. You have to usually add it. Laptops do. My lovely little light that's looking back at me. It's not here yet. I'm waiting for it, Laura.
Hmm. Okay, I know.
Yeah, the present. Did you find it?
I had to find it again.
Oh, okay.
Da, 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 da.
Well, just give us a moment, folks.
Oh, not that one.
Technical
Right.
difficulties. Okay. Hey!
Go back to there.
Oh, that's fine.
Nope.
I missed you guys on Thursday. Welcome in, Buddha. I'm doing pretty good. I'm getting my D late. No, it's all right. No worries. But that's the good stuff in the beginning, Buddha. If you want to, I went over a little bit about, yes, it definitely does affect your hormones. Both
So
male
this
and
is what
female.
I'm looking
Okay,
at.
is this it? Okay. Top
Top
25.
25 vitamin D, fruits and vegetables.
Who's that
And then
by?
it
Oh,
goes
it's just
through,
a
goes through the whole list and then
yeah. I never heard
talks
of.
about avocados.
What's it
I
say
mean,
about? I can't even see that. I wish I could. Let me see if I can
uh,
make it bigger. This is an incredible, versatile fruit that is not only delicious but also provides a multitude of incredible health benefits. It is a good source of healthy fats, fiber, and essential nutrients, including. I'm surprised it says D. I don't have it on the list.
yeah,
Although vitamin D content in avocados, okay, it's relatively low compared to other sources. Their presence, wait, I'm not done. I was still reading. Their presence can definitely add to your overall nutrient consumption.
yeah.
I love kiwi. Didn't know that one's probably got. I think that's just got the ones that help you absorb D.
Mhm.
Vitamin D should go
It's got
ahead.
vitamin D, C, and K,
Yeah,
and fiber.
totally not on my list or lists.
Oranges, bananas,
Felix
uh,
Hospitals. I'll have to look that.
D and magnesium,
Yeah. I know
and then
about the bananas are great fruit, of course.
figs,
Mhm.
D, C, and A, and B.
Yeah. They
I
must be
don't.
real low though, because they didn't even make the list at all, like that I have. Like the fruits and vegetables is what I mean, because most of it is uh, animal or the sun, and animal sources. What is that fruit? Wait, what was that green thing? Anali? Wait, I gotta make it big again. Hold on. What is that?
I've never heard of it.
Alma. Alma is a highly nutritious fruit used in Ayurvedic medicine. It possesses a reasonable amount of D and can be consumed fresh or various culinary preparations. I have never heard of it. Almost kind of looks like a gooseberry, but it comes in a section, or maybe they cut it.
Yeah,
Interesting. Interesting.
looks like a stone fruit. And
Yeah,
then you
I
got
eat a lot of I absolutely love avocados. They are very healthy. That's what I was
spinach.
just telling Laura before you came in. I have scrambled eggs and I put salsa, like an organic salsa mixed into it. And then I have guacamole beside it. And it's like one of my favorite breakfasts. 2 key lime green organic a day. Okay.
Sweet potatoes.
I
You got your
can't believe
vitamin
how.
D, potassium, your copper,
Oh, yeah. Sweet potatoes are great. But it's just
pumpkin,
weird. It's almost like, I don't know why that list didn't pop up for me.
okra,
I hate okra. Sorry. Sorry,
and
all my okra lovers. I'm
drumsticks. Yeah.
not an okra fan.
Green peas,
Fruits.
pineapple.
But I wonder if it's just a small source and it's not something that would bring up my levels. That's why I didn't find a list of fruits and vegetables like
Kale,
that.
of course. Cauliflower. Rich in vitamin D is cauliflower.
Yeah, and I hate cauliflower too. I love all kinds of fruits and vegetables, but okra, I can't get past the slimy thing. I want to try it pickled. I want to try it pickled to see if I can do it that way.
It
Um,
still has that slimy a little bit
yeah,
in it.
maybe in a stew I could do it. I don't know. Hey, bye, sugar. Welcome in.
You probably could do it in a stew.
Yeah, there you go. Ainier's right. Try using your phone, Anne.
Hi, Bayou.
Okay, once you do that with your browser, and then you also have to allow StreamYard to access the right camera and the right mic. You have to open it up in settings. Yep, you might have to just as it's doing it, you have to check.
Yeah.
Anne's trying to learn how to come up, guys. So thanks everybody for trying to help her. But yeah, that's really an interesting list. I might have to have you message me that list because I didn't get anything, and I was looking for that actually because Frugal Mama has her smoothie challenge with 10,000 steps. And it's just like a smoothie replacement, meal
Mm-hmm.
replacement. My problem is I need a. Oh no, I don't want to. Almost made me leave something. I don't want to give myself a sugar shot, so I have to find out what I can actually put in my smoothie, and I don't want synthetic proteins like
Right.
the protein powders and stuff that they put. Not synthetic proteins. I don't want synthetic emulsifiers because that's not good for your stomach lining.
Right.
That's another thing too, is to be able to make D a usable form. If you have issues like leaky gut or anything like that, you're going to have trouble being able to process the D too,
Right.
into like absorb it properly. But that was a really good list, Laura. I want that because most of what I found in like the research, it was more animal based or fortified foods
Mm-hmm.
they were talking about.
Right. Well, this just might broaden it for you. I mean, let me see if there's a way that I can share this list.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I do that too. I will I peel an avocado and I'll just put a little slap your mama on it and I'll eat it like an apple. But sometimes I'll leave the peel on the bottom so I can hold it. Otherwise, it's quite messy. Or I have to use a paper towel to hold it. I don't drop it like in my lap. I'm sorry, Anne, that you were having that trouble, but StreamYard is it takes something like to get used to, but I'm surprised because you are like so good with all the apps and stuff. Darn piece of hair. He's making me nervous because he's pacing over here near the kitchen like he's ready to
Uh-oh.
pull something off. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't figure out how to show that. I'll figure it out later.
Oh, okay. What was it? Another list that you found?
No, no, it's just it's the same list. I was just trying to send. Oh, I just
Oh,
erased
send
it.
it. Send it
I
to me.
just erased it.
Oh no.
I can
All right.
probably get and find it in my history. That's no big deal.
I wanted to find like where it this is called my diagnostics. I wanted to find where it actually said micrograms or units next to it. Okay,
Mhm.
so mushrooms do have one of the highest for a vegetable, which is really a
Yeah,
fun. It's
it
really a
also
fun.
has a lot of B too, so that would give you
Yeah, both,
both.
which is
So
great. Which
yeah.
is great. But I know it's one of the high sources of vitamin D in vegetables. That's why I was confused with that big long list because they don't ever mention all of those. So they must be just micro amounts of the D
Hmm.
along with the other vitamins. Like they're saying oranges have 100 IUs of vitamin D.
Yeah.
Um, and then the bananas aren't directly rich in vitamin D. They contain magnesium, which help in the absorption of vitamin D in the body. They do
Yeah.
contain about 80 IUs of D in them.
Which is a
Uh,
good amount.
it is pretty good amount. Mushrooms though are 100 grams of mushrooms can provide 2,300 IUs of vitamin D.
That's a lot.
Yeah. But then you'll want a magnesium. So like when you're making your scrambled eggs and put in the spinach or the greens of your choice and your mushrooms, then you meet that
Well,
naturally.
yeah, the spinach has it in there too.
Yeah, the spinach I don't think has that much D. I think it has the magnesium. I think somebody might have translated some of that stuff and just put them all on the list. And some of them
Mhm.
are like precursors or they help the vitamin D absorb. They might have D, but it's incremental, but they have the other things in it that help absorb vitamin D.
Right, right,
Like they're all inclusive.
right.
Yeah, D spinach is like, oh, it says yeah, cooked. It doesn't say how much though. Yeah, see, this
Spinach,
is some
spinach
inconsistent.
is really good, and it's good with eggs. It's got
Yeah,
you got your tons of fiber in there.
right.
Um, and there's something about weight loss. If you're trying to lose weight, um, eggs and spinach is kind of a
Mhm.
magic thing. It really helps with weight loss too.
Yeah. Yep.
So, yeah,
Same
I'll
thing
be
with
right
okay. Definitely. Yeah, I'm sitting here looking at list. I think it's because they're taking them from multiple sources and then changing things. Give me that, please. My son just removed the top of his drink. We don't do that. I don't. Give me your drink too, please, before it ends up everywhere. Take a sip and give it to mommy, please. A sip. No, don't do that. Hey, look, drink it, swallow it. He likes to pour it in his mouth, hold it above his face and pour it, and it doesn't often make it into it. But that was really what I discovered was yes, D has to do with your hormones, and we know if too, at least as women. I don't know if the men feel this. Men get like more tired as they get older, and their testosterone starts to wane, and also with muscle building and everything that starts to wane. We go through all of that, but we go through it much faster as our hormones start to decrease, and we decrease like whoop, it's like a drop off like this, whereas men have kind of a steady unless they have other medical conditions. And being low D can cause those, you know, fluctuation to fluctuate a lot more. That's not your problem. Clears plaque from your okra does. Yeah, I don't know. I know it's supposed to be good for mucosal linings because it is full of mucilage.
Mucilage.
That's the word. Mucilage. Hey, Passamaquoddy. Even the word is gross. I mean, like,
Yeah. How's your back
SR
doing, Passamaquoddy? I've been praying for you and your
yeah,
back.
her little doggy last night. We were all been praying.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was doing. Baby girl was doing better this morning, so I was glad to hear that. But yeah, so as I'm upping my vitamin D, I'm curious to find out what else my body will do. Like, will it make it easier for me to lose weight? Will it make me feel better? Will my brain function better? Because if it's
Mhm.
leveling out my hormones, I know that helps too. Like if your hormones are a little whack, it affects your neurotransmitters. Same
Mhm.
thing with if your diet is a little bit whacked out too, that affects your neurotransmitters. Oh, good. I'm glad to hear it. That's great. Thinking
That's good.
probably could do. Ooh, well, the only thing is I need to find has anybody found an almond milk other than that they make themselves that does not have emulsifiers in it?
No.
Yeah. I thought I saw one, but I don't remember the name brand of it. Probably should look it up because I just thought of a smoothie that I definitely could have, but that involves nut milk and some, you know, either peanut butter, probably not peanut butter though, probably almond butter, and I could have it with cacao and berries,
Yeah.
and that would be pretty yummy. Probably be just like a dessert, and yet it's full of natural protein and good fats, and then cacao, which helps circulation and has a natural caffeine, the theobromine.
Every time you say cacao, I think of I don't know if you guys have ever seen the show Portlandia. They do
Mm-mm.
this thing and their their safe word, they do a skit on there.
Uh-huh.
And it's some of the people from SNL, right? And
Yeah.
so their safe word is cacao. And so the guy is like, or if he didn't, if she doesn't like what he's doing, she would say cacao, right? And so and so
It's their
it's like
safe word.
touch your shoulder and we go cacao. You know, it's like just stupid.
Silly, yeah, silly, stupid stuff.
And so
Okay, I found one. Wow,
you're
that's
saying cacao, and I have this picture of this stupid
oh
thing,
funny.
you know, cacao,
Yeah,
cacao.
I never had to watch that show. But
Yeah,
I mean, it kind of goes with West Coast. Like I'm sure there was a lot of inside jokes there that you would have
yeah,
understood more than I would have
right.
gotten out here. I found actually one. It's called, and I knew I had seen it, but I didn't know who carried it. Target actually carries a almond milk. It's called MALK. Oh, I just heard
Okay.
a yeah, Okay, it's saying it's not connected yet, Anne. You're almost there. I can't bring you up until it's connected because it won't let me click on you. So something is disconnected, StreamYard is saying. I might have to kick you just so you can try again. Oh, she kicked it. It might also be what you're coming in on, Anne. You came in on the link, right? All right. Boop, boop. Okay, hold on. There she is again. Let me see. Okay, it's authenticated. What the heck? It's not letting me click on you again. It's just saying device is not connected. It also might be your Wi-Fi, maybe, that's causing these issues.
Yeah, a lot of times
Says
that's
you have to connect your mic and camera before you can be out. Oh, wait, I had you for a second, and then it went. There.
I got the sound,
Hey, it worked.
but
You're here.
it won't allow the camera.
It won't allow your camera?
It won't. It's refusing.
It's refusing. Oh, I don't know what happened. It's something. I don't know if your signal is dropping, but it keeps dropping.
No, I tried to put the camera on again.
Oh, that was it.
Oh, okay.
Edit the mic. I'm just going to turn you up a little bit.
So,
That's okay.
You're fine. No, that's okay.
but now I don't see any chat.
You don't see what?
The chat.
Yes.
The side chat, you have to go over and click on comments.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you click on.
Okay.
So it's good to hear your real voice, Anne.
At least you can hear my voice. I don't know what's wrong with the camera. It's not allowing the camera.
Well, do you have a plug-in camera?
Yes.
Okay. So it might be just the camera itself.
It's a stupid little webcam.
Yeah. So it might have some issues. Have you used it like on any like phone calls or anything else yet, or did you just get it?
No. I've been using it on WeChat for years now. It's an old thing.
So that's weird. It should work here, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I know you're shy about that anyway, and that's fine. I mean,
it's protecting
as long as I know it's you, we're good. And I'm able to kind of check now where it says you're authenticated.
Protecting my teeth.
What was that?
My computer is protecting my teeth.
Yeah, that's it. The computer's protecting your face. There you go. You sent me a screenshot.
This is weird. This feels so weird. The camera isn't working.
I just missed something. Hold on. That Passamaquoddy says while we were all doing this. Let's say they changed the names of the food dyes that they put in our food. Oh, fantastic. Yeah. Kind of like they did with MSG, became 20 different names.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so you have to research.
How is it in Turkey with the foods, Anne? Are they pretty strict about like what they let on the shelves, or is it basically all fresh? Oh, all fresh. She must have hit a button to try and.
Yeah.
It keeps disconnecting. There we go. There, I'll keep adding you back. Oh, what happened?
I don't know.
Oh, now it's saying that you don't have the camera on, but it's not showing your icon.
It's showing me that my camera is on.
Yeah, something's really weird. Because before, too, you were showing an icon from YouTube, and now it's not even there. So I don't know what's going on there. There it is. Okay, that's back. You got that back.
When I stop the cam. When I put the cam on.
Oh, okay. Weird.
Now, if you go down into settings, though, and you go into camera, what does it say under the camera? Does it show your camera?
Yes.
Okay.
And in this, you mean settings here?
Yeah,
No.
you go into settings. camera on
Okay.
the left, and then you see the cameras there. Oops. She's- Sorry, guys. We're really trying to help another YouTuber who hasn't been on. Oh, yeah. I know how you can make it at home, Buddha, but I was trying to find one that I could just grab at the store because I don't have like time like that. Because I would also want to blanch all the almonds first because I don't want all the almond skins in it and all that. And I get too perfectionistic about it. And I don't want to ruin my Ninja. I don't have one of those expensive like Blendtex or,
Mhm.
Vitamixes. But thank you. Yeah, I've seen them before when I was doing a lot more juicing and I was doing smoothies. But I did think, oops, Daddy must be home. Somebody's home. Thank you, Passamaquoddy. You can adjust her.
My brother-in-law walked in.
Yeah, I did. I did it, Storms. Oh, is that who it was? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you can make it with walnuts. I can't do walnuts. I don't know what it is about them, but they don't fit well with me. I forget what they do to my body now, but yeah, I can't do walnuts. You have to allow StreamYard to accept OBS as your camera. Oh, is that what is she use? Are you using OBS? Oh, here. And are you using OBS? Because Storms is saying you have to allow StreamYard to accept OBS as your camera if you're using an OBS.
Not
Here,
using OBS. I'm using a
a plug-in, right?
USB. Yeah.
The USB one. So then, yeah, then like I said before, in your settings, the button down below us. Oops. Yeah. It disconnects every time she tries
Mhm.
anything.
Yeah.
That's so weird. That's all it's giving her.
Yeah.
Showing.
There we go. I couldn't hear you. I'm sorry because you were down in it kicks you out every time you switch over. So you switched over in the settings on the camera where it says
Yes.
camera.
And now they both show here that they
That's
both
so weird.
on, and it's not on the camera. I don't know.
It just might not. Maybe it has something that it's not jiving. Like StreamYard's just not driving with it. That's so weird.
Yeah.
Hey, Buddha. That's probably you too. Journey Through Time 2024. That looks like one of your greetings.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so weird. That's what it must be. Oh, here, let me get her. All right. You can just stay. Don't worry about the camera unless that's your Wi-Fi because you keep
Yeah.
popping down to the basement, like popping in and popping out.
Yeah.
Oh, Dark Paw. I love Dark Paw. You give him kisses.
So cute.
You just kissed the laptop screen. Oh, what?
Dark Paw, the kitty.
Yeah, yeah. Barry's kitty with you'll see him. He's the black and white one with the ear that's damaged.
Listen, I'm going to be off for a second. We're going to try my other internet connection.
Oh, okay. Okay, Ann.
Maybe it's the internet connection.
It might be because it does keep going up and out, down, up and down.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and work it out. That's what I'm here for, to help people too. Try to go live. Oh, that's so cute that he actually kissed the laptop screen. Dark Paw's my favorite. I just adore him. He's such a love. And he's a tough guy. He's always wanting to be a tough guy. That's like, I'm small but spicy.
You are small but spicy.
It's funny because Hannah's that way and so is our dog.
Yeah.
I was driving and didn't realize in my console my the handle was sticking out because down here and most states in the US you can carry about a 4-inch blade on your belt, but I can't drive with a 4-inch blade on my belt. And
right.
mine just actually, the clip that goes to it just popped out. Like
Right.
I might have to like glue it with some hot glue. But I was thinking, like, I don't know what the law is as far as is that I have to look and see if that's a concealed weapon with it sitting right there, like what that would be considered in the car since it's not on
Right.
my belt. Oh,
No picture.
no picture.
No
Same
pictures.
picture. Because you'll be able to see it. If you can see us, you should be able to see StreamYard and see your picture, which is the blue with the black symbol.
That's
It's
not
not.
good.
It's not ring. Oh, you're still okay. There you are.
Okay.
She said she's not doing OBS though. Storms. Do not use an OBS.
We go to the picture.
There you are. Hey.
Yay! Thank you. Was that hubby? Thank you. Thank you. You're good.
No, you can see.
Okay.
Ugly face.
Oh, don't. There's a
Don't
lot of
worry.
people in the community who struggle with dental and stuff. You're not the only one, Anne. So you're fine.
My setting for my webcam was on off in
Oh.
in my Windows setting, not browser setting.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You're too self-conscious. You're fine, Anne. Don't worry about it. It's just
Yep.
good to see you that there's a person to the channel because we were getting concerned because some of the people that we were having come in, like in my channel, and then one that was bothering your channel. I was like, okay, we've got to see Anne's face because I'm starting to wonder who's tagging along with her and what is she the leader? Like I was really getting what's going on. So it's great to see you. It puts me at rest. But
my
what was that?
my little dwarf cat at the pillow.
Mm-hmm.
Your little kitty cat?
Where's
Yes, it's lying at the pillow.
oh I can see. Yeah, she's black and white too. Back there near
Yeah.
your pillow. Oh, that's like Dark Paw's black and white. Okay.
That's all she does 22 hours a day now, since last week.
Yeah, Journey Through Time, check and make sure it doesn't have any of the guar gum or anything in it. Any of those, any of the additives, because that's what I was looking for. The one that I was talking about at Target, this is what I was going to say. The only additives it has, filtered water, organic almonds, Himalayan pink salt. That's it. And even my son's milk is not like that. That's who I would rather, if I'm going to make it, I'd rather make it for him. But now that I know this is here, we might just give him less almond milk and give him better almond milk because it's just all fillers in the States. Like, I don't know how it is over in Turkey if they are more picky, like about, is it just basically all fresh or like the grocery stores? Do they not allow certain things in because of additives?
No, everything you can buy, anything or everything. But
Yeah.
we don't have many of the things that you do have.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the European Union won't allow Mountain Dew, just for example, because it's all fake. It's just a fake drink.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got all kinds of lovely bad stuff in it. But things like that.
Yeah, do we? No.
No,
We don't.
you don't get that.
No.
Yeah, a lot of our foods with additives aren't allowed over in Europe. And you guys too have more unsprayed crops than we have. Like we have the GMO crops.
Been banned a while already.
Yeah. I wonder how does that, like, do people in Turkey talk about that? Like with Americans, do they feel bad for us as far as they know we have a lot of food, but do they know like a lot of it is fake food? That it's probably making us sick. Yeah. I thought so.
Your biggest cause of obesity in your country.
Yes.
The
fake foods and the additives. And that's what one of the men that I was watching who lost a bunch of weight was saying that. He was saying it's the additives in these foods that we're getting, the packaged foods, but also the additives of even the synthetic vitamins, because our body
Yeah.
doesn't know what to do with it, tries to process it, gets inflamed, and then you put on weight rather than your
I
system
even
being able
struggle with
to clear
spraying
it out.
my vegetables and stuff with the organic stuff. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because it's like I go and I'm like, you know what? I'd rather just plant new ones and grow, just do a lot of succession sowing
Yeah.
instead of spraying stuff
Right.
because, I'd rather have it just I can pick it from my garden and eat it right away,
Right.
instead of having it sprayed with all kinds of garbage.
Yeah.
And work on that soil because the
Mhm.
soil, if you have really good healthy soil, you're not going to
Sure.
have that many bugs to begin with. So
Yeah.
I
That's
keep
what
working on the soil.
a lot
The
of the
only,
people. Go ahead,
the
Ann.
only, oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
The only thing I ever spray is my own homemade vinegar mixed with water and some liquid
Hi,
soap.
Duncan. This is Brenda. Duncan, 1900.
How you
No,
doing, Brenda?
That's what she looks like.
Oh,
I think Ann's
I'm
been in
surviving
before
today, I think.
when you come up. You're surviving. Yeah.
And don't
It's-
feel bad.
look at that.
I've
It's
got a
terrible.
tooth out in the back too. So
yeah. And if
Mine's gone in the
my-
back already.
this one right here is
I
fake and it's been fake for years and I've got all of crowns in the back. So I would be in the same, if I didn't have a good dentist and my husband's insurance, I'd be in the same boat. I'd be missing
I
a lot
think
more
this
teeth.
is because of a lot of antibiotics. When I
It
when,
can be.
when my legs started with this edema, they
Mhm.
started giving me antibiotics all the time for months on end.
Oh my
would
gosh.
do it.
It suddenly
Yeah.
started.
Yeah. That can do it.
And now they
Absolutely.
refuse to remove it all at once. They tortured me. I have to go for one tooth every 2 weeks.
I hate
I've,
that. I've heard that. I've heard that.
I've
Yeah.
made 10 removed so far. It's taking forever. So I have 22 more left.
My goodness, Anne, that's a lot. Yeah, I've heard that before. I've had family members that needed dental work, and the places too that were like teaching hospitals and things like that, where they could get it done affordably, where they were like, "Oh no, we can't do more than one. That's all we can do because we have all these other people that have to be seen."
Even private doctors refuse. They say no, one by one.
Why did they say that? Did they tell you why? Just they don't
They
want to spend.
They say you can what was the thing? You can get a dry hole.
Oh,
try
okay.
socket,
Yeah. Dry socket. Yeah, that's very
It-
painful and not a good
it's
thing.
very, very
Mhm.
bad.
Yeah.
Now, see,
Yeah.
I had all of my top teeth were
Hey,
all
Tuck.
pulled at one time.
Oh, ow. Yeah, see, I've seen too that they have here in the States where they do like the dentures in one day and the other the implants like in one day. So they do in certain places here, they will do it all
I
in one
could
day.
see
I
doing
don't
the
know.
implants all in one day, but
Yeah.
In South Africa, it's no problem. I know many people that had it removed all at once. I
Hmm.
told them I will take a plane and go there and have it done.
Right? Go get it done there and you'll be back with it done. Hey Tuck, welcome in, hon. Thanks
now
for
I
coming.
had
Lucky, what you doing?
I went for a year and a half without any top teeth before I ever got a plate.
Oh wow.
You are naughty.
That's
Lucky.
And then I went to one of those at that time it was like $99 per plate and got it. And to be honest with you, the next set I got, because we had insurance on the next set, and it was over $600 for a plate.
It's very expensive here too.
If it was up to me, I would have stuck with the $99 ones. They were better.
Yeah, my dad had gotten some that it completely
I
changed
hear you, Laura.
changed the look of his face. Like, so he had to go back and get a different one. Like it didn't even look like him after he got his dentures. They had not shaped him correctly.
Oh, yeah.
I know. Storm sees a cattail. There's a kitty right there in front of the pillow, and then there's is that another one right there too? What's
Yes,
over
it's
here?
the one we rescued from Iraq. Lucky.
Oh,
The two of them don't get along.
oh, background. You're in the background. I'm like, what is BG? Totally understand. It's what I have to do sometimes too during lives.
Mhm. She's very
Sorry, that's
spoiled.
my cat. Oh,
Yeah, I had to do that too. Now,
she's got.
my tooth was gonna take like $4,000 to replace because they would have to because I lost some bone there, and they would have to put a
Mhm.
cadaver bone in there, and I was just like, no, thank you, no, thank you.
Yeah, I'm good. No, we're not doing that right now.
It's
No,
just
you're
one
not.
tooth. I'm fine. It's in the back. They can't
Oh,
see. I
wow.
don't care. So,
I
No,
think
you're
Unfortunately,
fine.
one is all
I
in the
really
front.
need to have the rest of these taken out on the bottom and get a plate. But
Hey, LP. Good to see you. Oh, I appreciate it. I've got a little man
I
here who's
broke
starting
this one
to
off.
trip. Oh,
It
wow.
was a really, really bad day.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Well,
fell going down the ramp that we put on the front porch for my son to be able to get a wheelchair up.
mhm.
And I had 2 bags of trash, one in each hand, and just hauled
Oh,
that down the ramp, and both feet went out from under me, and I landed right on my tailbone. Broke
I'm
my
sorry,
tailbone.
Brandon.
Oh,
A couple hours later, I was like, okay, I think I can stand to walk again. I'm going to go make me a cup of tea.
Oh,
And
wow.
the cabinet door was like stuck, and I jerked it. And when I did, I hit my tooth and broke it.
Oh no.
So finally, I was like, okay, I'm just going to go sit down and not do nothing the rest of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I had a
wow.
day. I had a day like that last week. When I got out my
Hey,
bed,
Rebecca.
I don't know what I did, but I hit my big toe, and I went to the bathroom, walked straight to the bathroom door. I don't know how I did that. Opened the bathroom door, went into the bathroom, and hit my head against the bathroom cupboard. Then I said, "Oh no, I think I must go back to bed. It's not my day."
Yeah. Yep, that's hard.
One of those days.
Where did Carol go?
I don't know.
No, she went to go probably deal with the little man.
I was just gonna say Malachi, probably.
So what are you guys growing in your gardens right now?
Lots and lots and lots of peppers.
Oh wow. Are you gonna are you gonna do a winter garden or a fall garden?
I'm
Oh, I'd like to do some fall garden. I don't know yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm going to try the fall one for the first time. I've never
Yeah.
grown.
Yeah. Now that you know your zone, it might hopefully get better.
So what
Right.
is your zone?
9B.
9B. Okay. So you're pretty warm.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's
Quite
like
well.
right above me in Florida, basically. Just
Wow.
about. I think official Jamie, is that what you are? Hey, and thanks for coming out of the bushes, by the way.
Hey, official Jamie.
Hey, Rebecca. Thanks for coming in. Touched by yarn.
Hello to everyone.
Yeah, I'm hoping to get out there. I need to get some, or I'm going to use what's in some of my orchid planters. I wanted to get the pebbled pine bark nuggets, the little
Mhm.
ones, and make up my own mix. And it's the same, it's very similar to what Out of the Box does for, Growing Out of the Box does for his blueberries.
Okay.
It's like he uses compost soil and he uses the pine bark nuggets. And then I saw actually Calvin, I can't think of his channel. He usually goes live with Broke Farmer and he does exactly the same kind of mix. And I was like, it must work for elevated beds. So I think I'm going to have to go and get some of that. But
Yeah.
I noticed from like orchids that I transplanted or had die this year, like I have never killed so many orchids as I've killed or let die this year, which makes me so sad. But that's the kind of growing year it's been. It's been a non-growing year. It's been like
Uh-oh.
a going backwards year.
I've never tried the orchid because I heard they're very difficult to grow.
In your climate, they would be because you're more Mediterranean and they prefer tropical. They like it.
Mhm.
They like moisture. They do like moisture in the air. They thrive more. They're really an air plant. They really survive in tropical rainforests up in
Mhm.
the trees and root onto the tree and get everything they need from the
Mhm.
tree and
You
from
think
their
that they'd grow
environment.
okay here, but we haven't had luck with them.
Yeah. Well, then you would probably need the consistent heat. They're also a tropical
Mhm.
plant, so
Yeah.
they have to have consistent.
Yeah.
The cold would right away kill them.
Mhm.
My orchids actually bloomed this year.
Yay!
It's the first time I've got orchids to rebloom.
Nice.
Yay! That's awesome. Now, where do you keep yours though in your cooler months
Hey,
to
Gulf
keep them
Coast.
In the
going?
house. I
Okay.
mean, they're like in
Hey,
my
go first.
library.
Yeah,
Mostly in my library. I do have one that's in the bathroom where
yeah.
there's a lot of moisture,
They do
which
love
it
bathrooms.
hasn't rebloomed. It's never rebloomed. It's probably 5 or so years old and it's never rebloomed. But I'm thinking it's probably because of the moisture factor in there. Because
Usually
I think
not.
they need a dry period
Okay.
in order to rebloom. Because that's what
Yeah.
happened with mine this year. I thought I'd let them go too long before
Hmm.
watering,
Mhm.
but actually once I did water, then they started blooming.
Mine always did they liked a little cold snap because they think they're gonna
Well,
die.
that could be too because even though they're in the house, it still can get quite chilly in here,
Yeah. So it might be just
especially
like
in the dead of
too.
winter.
Yeah, it might not be enough airflow because of the moisture. It's not just the moisture, it might need more airflow because they
That
are,
could be too.
yeah, they live up in the trees. Oh wow, Passamaquoddy, you were young to go through all that. I'm so
Yeah.
sorry.
Uh-huh.
Wow. I'm so sorry. But yeah, the orchids usually do well here. I just they needed to be transplanted and I was gonna put them up in the trees and yeah, just didn't get to because we were talking about taking down certain trees and
Mhm.
things like that. And I didn't want to put up all my orchids in a tree that we might cut down. And the other one is just getting too large and it has the iguanas in it. And they're coming down and eating my passion vine that was going up the tree, which is lovely.
Yeah.
I definitely want to
Um,
get an air gun that's more powerful.
Yeah.
Just but they're sneaky. I mean, one yesterday I heard it went up the palm tree and it didn't go up where I could see it. I saw its tail. It was behind the palm tree, like because it saw me.
mm,
Yeah.
mhm.
So they are sneaky.
Is the dog gone after any more of them?
Um, just the other day she went after one and we think she might have bit that one, but no, not since the day that I called you guys. We haven't. I think that one learned its lesson and is staying high up.
Well,
Um,
that's good.
yeah,
Your
hopefully.
little
But it's still,
tenacious dog.
yeah, yes. He's small and feisty like me
Mhm.
and like my daughter. Small and spicy.
Yeah.
You need to
But
get you a slingshot and get some practice in with that.
yeah, that would be
And a
cool.
big old bag of marbles.
Yeah. I don't think it'll do much. It really needs like a shot to the through that skin. The finger
Mhm.
can
Well,
get
it's not going to kill them, but it may run them off.
might. It might. My husband though has done that with the pellet gun and it doesn't seem to they keep coming back. It could be other ones though too. But
Yeah.
we are allowed to, they're considered a pest. They're considered an invasive species, so we're allowed to dispatch
Yeah.
them and use them as compost if we want to, or eat them. Some people eat
I
them
know
here.
when we lived in town, that's what I did with cats. Neighbors'
Wow,
cats.
the wild
Yes.
all over the place.
Oh yeah, they were all over the place.
So what they were?
But you weren't allowed to use firearms in town, so I got a slingshot and big old bag of marbles.
Wow.
Like a part of cat's hair on the top of their head.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So cats are different. They have bigger brains, and I would think that they would learn their lesson and like kind
Yeah.
of move on.
Oh, they learned if they heard our door open, they were gone. They were running
Took
for
off.
it. That's what they learned.
Yeah.
But they still came back. I mean, we had a
Yeah.
neighbor's cat that killed, oh gosh, I had a koi pond in my yard, and I had a huge koi in there.
Right.
That was it was probably worth every bit of $1,500.
Wow.
It was a white one with the iridescent
Mm-hmm.
colors on it,
Oh
Mhm.
wow.
and it was a butterfly koi. It had the real long flowing fins. So we're talking at least a $1,500 fish that they pulled out of my pond and killed.
Wow.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. It will. It won't. Yeah. Exactly. Marbles will maybe a very small one, and those I won't. I don't think I'm going to be that good of a shot to hit the small ones because they're even faster than the big ones. They're super fast. These things are really fast down here. Like I don't think people have ever been up close and
Neat.
personal with iguanas, but yeah, they haul some serious tail. They
Yeah.
just tail.
Everybody else sees them in a cage and it's like, oh, they
Right.
don't move that fast. It's
Yeah,
like,
no, they're so slow. It's like no, and they can swim. So we have a canal, and they'll jump down into the canal and take off.
yeah.
You know,
Uh,
yeah, or up into the trees. That's what they like to do. But yeah, I don't like the idea of, dispatching them, but I don't like the idea of them eating my fruit trees or
uh-huh.
especially with the passion vine, I was getting really excited and they're stunting it to the point where the passion vine is not even flowering. Like it
Mm,
should be going into flower by now and it's not even.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But I think some of that too is I have a yam that is right there alongside competing
Yes,
with
I
it.
told
Mhm.
It's competing with the passion vine and
Yeah, but
strangling
you
it.
can't have them
Yeah.
being a nuisance.
No, no. God bless you. You're
you.
fine. He's sneezing.
They
Um, I'm gonna have to shut it down in like 15 minutes. But what else are you saying you're not sure if you're gonna get a fall garden in this year? Is that what you said?
Sorry about that. Hobby wanted to go past quickly.
Oh, that's okay. Um, Duncan, is that what you were saying? Because I missed it with him. He's, being Malachi. Oops. Just as I ask her a
Sorry.
question. That's okay.
That was a call coming in. I'm gonna try to get a few things out. I don't know how much I'll get out, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna try
That,
for a few.
yeah.
This body
But
just has not cooperated.
I understand that. Yeah, I've got the heat and then the body doesn't cooperate. And then I've got my kids wanting me for something or my husband needing me to watch Malachi while he goes and has to do something. So, and I can't bring Malachi out. I know. Yes, Gulf Coast Granny, you heard that. Yep. Yeah. I didn't know she was going to say that. Yep. Yeah.
Yep.
But in some areas, they run feral just like dogs.
Hmm.
Dogs will run in packs and attack
hmm
people in certain parts of the country. But yeah, and you need people kind of to form, I don't know if it's you need more rescues in the area that are actually going to trap them. And even if they trap them, they often just fix them and let them go when it comes to the cats. They still like set it because they don't have the room for them either.
And they
hmm
can carry
Hey,
AIDS
Darthex.
if they're not taken care of.
Oh, that's lovely. I didn't know that. Oh,
Yeah.
about cats? Cats can do that?
Yep. Cats can
Oh,
carry AIDS.
ooh, lovely.
Oh, I didn't know that, but
Hmm.
Is
They,
it the same
I
form
just
as
know I
we
didn't
have?
appreciate them
they,
killing my
they
boy.
would give it to us, but they give it to each other. That's why people are so strong about not hoarding cats and making sure that they're neutered.
Mm. I
Mhm.
know, like if you're pregnant, you can't have them because they have that trichomolo.
hmm
It's a big word,
Yeah.
trichomolosis or I don't know. It starts with a T, and
Yeah.
it's a really bad. I think it's a parasite, right? That can kill
Yeah.
the baby.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
parasitic infection that can kill your baby. But I mean, I would love to have a cat, but I would also love to have one of those either going on the toilet and doing its business, or it having one of those machines that takes care of the business. But
We have our kitty, our little Millie. She takes
yeah,
shots.
and they're inside too, so they're not out there doing their business in your, where you're gardening. That's the other thing too.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly, Tuck. They do. Feral dogs.
See, they dump both here all the time.
Yeah.
Dogs
And
ain't cat.
we were downtown in oh, okay. It's not the same, she's saying. That's what I thought. It was a different one. It's feline AIDS is different. Humans don't get that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they give it to each other, she was saying, suburban
Yeah,
hillbilly.
that's what I'm
Okay,
saying.
thank you for clarifying. I thought it was a different type. Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
I
Yeah.
thought you clarified that, but I guess not.
We were actually downtown when
Good to see you, Suburban
yeah,
Hill.
it's good to see you. So thanks for coming in. We were downtown in I'm trying to think Pompano, and there was these big dogs. Like we were going out to our car after seeing a concert, and my daughter's like, "Oh, look!" And I'm like, "No, no, no, that might be a feral dog. No, 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 we've got to go. Like this
Mhm.
isn't. We don't know this area." And all of a sudden, as soon as I said that, she's like, "Oh, there's another one." I'm like, "Okay, all the more. Get in the car now because they were
Yeah.
big. They weren't
They
small."
usually go in packs.
Mhm.
Yes. And that's what it looked like. A pack was forming because they heard us. And I was like,
Yeah.
holy crap.
My son said in Afghanistan that they had dogs that looked like wolves there,
Mm.
and they were very dangerous dogs.
A lot of times, wild dogs that have gone wild will mix with coyotes or wolves, either one,
Hmm.
Yeah.
which makes them even more dangerous.
Yeah.
My big dog, my Congo that I told you about before,
Mhm.
they were specially bred hundreds of years ago to kill tigers and wolves, and they did.
Oh, yeah. You,
So you don't want to be near a street pack of
Yeah.
them.
no, you'd be dead. Very
Yeah,
easily dead.
absolutely.
Just a couple of them at that size, if they're, able to take down such a
Mhm.
large wild animal, easily could
If
take
they
a
can
human
take a
being.
deer down, they can take a human down.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Guy from Zoo Miami, that guy's yard is awesome. Oh, I bet. I bet. You probably down here, Tuck, have to put like the hardware cloth over our koi ponds with all the weird stuff we have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, everyone's seeing my messy racks.
Oh, I could show
Oh, I
you.
miss my koi pond.
See this behind me? You can do that in your settings also. That's under, well, it's under your camera. I don't want you to mess with your camera. No, it's not.
No,
It's in virtual. It's
I'll
under
put it-
settings. It's a virtual background blur.
Oh,
You
okay.
can just blur things out,
Yeah.
which is nice. It's virtual background. It says under the where you see audio, like camera audio, virtual background, and it says none blur. Just click on blur and it'll blur it so that nobody will really like see details. They'll just see it blurred.
Supposed to look much neater than this, but with men in the house,
Yeah.
You can do this too, though.
they like to dump everywhere.
Yeah, you can also put up that. You can have a living room. It's all
Yes.
kinds of neat. Isn't it cool to see her, right? Go Goats Granny.
It is. It is really cool.
Isn't it great? I think it's
Thank
awesome.
you, Gulf Coast, Granny.
Yeah, we have the ospreys that I see too, but I see them more like south of us, a little bit south of us. They're beautiful to see. Ospreys. Yep, we have the cranes too. You guys have cranes up there? I was surprised to see how far north. My mouth wouldn't work for a second. How far north the cranes go.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, we
how
have
cool,
cranes. We
Laura.
have cranes here.
Cool.
Yeah, that's wild to me. Like that they're even up, I think, in, the states up near Ohio. That
Yeah.
I've seen them on lakes up there, and I'm like, what? They go that far? I thought they were more like a southern state thing.
I don't know what these birds are called, but I know they're ocean birds. They're white birds,
Do
and
they
they
have
got
a
the real long. They got real long legs.
curved beak? Does it have a curved beak kind
I'm
of?
not sure.
Ibis, maybe? Isn't it an ibis? Is it all white with long legs and then the beak is maybe a little curved? Are they always feeding on the ground, like
Oh yeah,
in your
they're always.
lawn?
Yeah,
Might be check
we have
ibis.
those here.
Wow. Oh
And
wow.
the only reason I can think of would be because we're close to Lake of the Ozarks and Truman Lake.
Oh, okay.
LT said she's
They're both
got
they're
land.
large lakes that actually run into each other.
That's wild. Sandhill cranes in Michigan right now. That's so wild. Yeah, the ibis. He was thinking the same thing. Tuck was. Yep. I think it's ibis. Oh, those are so cool. They're funny. We have those out on the great blue herons. We'll have them out on the canal sometimes, and the little green ones. And the little green ones, those are spicy too. It must be anything that's small because they will make this noise at you if you disturb them while they're looking for their meal. And I can't blame them. They will make a really weird sound. There you go. Just built a wall right behind you. There you go. I have lots of birds of prey flying over where I live. A koi pond would be, yes, exactly, a total buffet. Well, you just put the hardware cloth over it and they'll get a few lessons and hopefully move on.
Well, the main reason I don't have a koi pond here is because we have a lot of black snakes and stuff, and I'm afraid that they would just.
Yeah, that's why I wouldn't have one here. Is the snakes? The snakes will get into
here
the snakes
too.
used to get into our pool. They used to get into the filter. My dad would go to change the filter, and of all things, I don't know who designed this, but it's like a disc with a hole in it, and you lift it that way. He learned after, one or two times of a little snake getting in there that he used something else rather than his finger to lift it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a flock ibis passes through my complex. Yeah, we get them out back behind my fence line, and they are always eating the grubs and stuff, which is great. And when they fly over.
Okay, Rebecca. Great egrets.
Yeah.
Oh, the great egrets. Those are beautiful. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we have the
the
snakes here too. And then all the big birds,
Yeah. The water birds are really cool though. I miss what I haven't seen, and I've seen them around, but not in my area. Well, it's not time for them. During winter, we get the kingfishers, which I love hearing them.
Yeah.
We have a lot of them in South Africa too.
Yeah, I love hearing them.
That's neat.
I love the weird noise that they make.
Yeah.
It's all the world's smallest.
I don't know much about birds here, except the thousands of crows I have in the field next to me. Come eat my lettuce, all 70 of them in one go.
Wow.
Wow. What was that? I missed what you said. What type of bird? I was reading what. Popping these up. I used to feed the egrets in Clearwater. What did you say? What bird, Ann, was it?
Crow.
Crow.
Crow. Oh, okay. No. Sorry. Duh. To feed.
We have hundreds of them in the trees in the field.
And yeah. They know they can get food.
We used to go fishing every March and October at Clearwater. Fishing for spoonbill.
Fucking a heron with an umbrella. No way. I woke my husband up one more early morning. A blue heron was after my goldfish. It was hilarious watching him in the backyard in his boxers poking a heron with an umbrella.
That is pretty funny.
That is pretty funny, but that's a great use of an umbrella to just open the umbrella and make it back up, get it away, and then maybe cover your goldfish. We have hawks and owls too. Yes, I love to hear the owls call back and forth across the neighborhood to each other.
When we just bought this house and moved in my loft was a very rare white owl, and she was breeding there, and I hoped she would stay there, but the next year she didn't come back, probably because we moved in.
Yes, probably. Yeah. No longer her place. She was, she felt evicted.
This house was unoccupied for about 20 years.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, you guys probably took away her food source. She probably had mice and things running in and out. You guys took care of those, and so she didn't have to. Yeah. We have a small screech owl that'll visit us, and that like the backyard. And that's actually on my channel, a small video of him getting inside my screen one night because the screen door.
I didn't realize he was inside your screen. Wow.
Yeah, he was only a couple feet away from me. It was so cute. Oh my gosh, I just wanted to.
It was very cute.
but it's a bird of prey. Don't go up and go. "Oh, let me just
No.
squeeze you, little bird of prey." But
Not
they're
like
adorable.
not like some of the dumb tourists in South Africa going to the game parks, and they would get out the car and go stand in front of a lion,
Dumb. Yeah.
Yeah.
and they get
So dumb.
eaten.
Yeah, and then they wonder why, and then they try and probably sue the park. That's like they did that here. We have Lion Country Safari in Florida. It's known for the first drive around zoo that you could drive around. Something happened with one of our lions there, and now the lions are kept separately and all security, like barbed wire fencing, everything, because somebody did something like that. It was a human that got stupid.
They do it every year. I can't believe. Don't they see news? Don't they see what happened last year?
No. I know. I don't think so. And across the creek from where I lived and watch him. Oh, how cool. You guys get bald eagles? Neat, Granny.
We have
Yeah, I
the
know.
ones in the spring of the year when they're nesting. But
Yeah.
once they've raised their young, they move on till the following spring.
Yeah, Tuck, I'm grateful for that, considering we have so many rats that are out in the canals and stuff here and the waterways here, that we have lots of birds too to help with the populations, or we'd be overrun like Australia was with the mice. We would have that with because some of our rats, of course, they look like the size of mice. They don't look like the New York rats, thank God. But then we do have breeds that
You don't want to see the rats here. You don't.
like
They're
size of,
big. They're the size of my cats.
yeah, that's like New York rats. We do have larger rats, but a lot of the ones
I think they call them Norwegian rats or something like that.
Oh, yes, those are the ones. Those are the ones that I think got into South Florida, right, Tuck? Was it the Norwegians? I think there's some that made it to the Keys, and I think that's what they are. And even my neighbor had them. My neighbor had gotten them, but I haven't seen them, thank God. I always see like the largest one I've seen this big.
And they're not scared of you. They're not scared of you. They actually come to attack.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I definitely want something.
My cats run away. All my cats run away.
Oh my goodness.
I run away too.
My
oh, you guys have the new yes. Oh no. That's wild. They have
the dog.
Yeah, I was going to say your dog probably takes care of them.
Yeah, he kills them very quickly.
Good. Yeah, I like those larger dogs, but with Malachi, I just can't trust that they would remain docile with him because he doesn't know better.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about getting a guardian dog. With my other dogs, it's like, how is that going to work? But I really want a guardian dog because of the
right. That is the big rat. Those nutrias, yeah. Oh, you want to try to eat one? Wow, I've heard that you can. I've heard. What's the other one that looks like the nutria, or is it just a different name for it? That people actually like to go see them. Maybe it's the same species. It looks like a big guinea pig.
Yeah.
And they even have a song for it. They play it on shorts a lot when they show it. Hold on, let me see if I can find it.
Isn't that the same animal though?
Yeah, it might be. Or
that's red.
No, it's not. Nutrias kind of look like a beaver with a different tail.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's not. What is that called? I can hear the thing in my.
They're all kind of in the rat family, though, right?
Yeah, melody in my brain, but I can't. Large. Oh, wait a minute. Largest. What are they called? I think they're even capybara. That's it. Capybaras.
Yeah.
I want to go see them. They are like so chill. I just want to see them.
What does a capybara look like?
They're cute, actually. I mean, they're not cute, but they're cuter than the other things we were talking about. They're still a big, like, guinea pig, like I said. Hold on, let me see if I can bring it up. Yeah.
I've seen
Yeah.
people have them as pets.
Yeah, I think so too.
I've seen
Because
it.
they're very
No, she's not talking about groundhogs.
no, not groundhogs. These are capybaras. Capybaras. No, but I do know people that try to have groundhogs too as pets.
They
And
pee
what
on you.
what was that? They pee on you? Is that what you just said?
Mm-hmm.
Ew,
Groundhogs, they'll pee on you.
that's disgusting. Not the other. There we go. That's a capybara. Capybara, capybara.
Mhm.
Those are, yeah, interesting looking.
Yeah, they're funny though. They're so go watch a video about them. They're very docile.
Mm-hmm.
Like they accepted a cat into their herd.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, like a cat just started hanging out with them, and the capybara was like, "Yeah, cool, okay, yeah, you can stay." So were the other
Hi, Ellen
capybaras.
White.
Hey, Elle, my 5 pence, welcome in.
Ladies, I gotta go for a while.
Okay.
Okay,
I'll talk
have
to
a
you
good
Nice
night.
having you
later.
on.
All
Bye-bye.
right, much love. Thanks.
I don't.
All right, capybara are the largest, yes, rodent. Native to South America, they make terrible pets because of dietary needs, and they are so. Yes, you need to have more than one exactly, and they do tend to languish.
Right.
It's like, yeah, I wouldn't want necessarily a pet capybara. I just want to go see them. I want to go like,
They're bigger than your dog, though, I think,
yeah,
right?
they are.
Yeah.
They're bigger than my dog. They're really big,
Yeah.
and they are like little herd animals. Like they have their little families and herd along together. But
Hmm.
it is 4:18, so I have to pack it in, guys. I went a little over so we could have some fun with Anne being up
Yeah.
here for her first,
Yay.
yay, first
We're
live.
so excited, Anne.
It's
Then now
half past 11 here also.
It's what time is it? It's what?
Half past 11.
Oh wow, yeah, you need to get going.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I will hopefully see you later tonight, which will be your early morning, maybe, at 11:30 p.m.
You're
Eastern.
being so patient with me.
Oh, sure.
So, well, hey, we've all been there.
We've all been there trying to learn how to do this.
Yeah.
But everybody, oh, that sounds really yummy. A marzipan blueberry cheesecake. Oh my. And
Oh, my
oyster-
goodness. Stop it.
Have that too. Yeah, they do. They look like they're a thoughtful rodent. I agree, Darth X. They look like they're a gentle giant of the rodent family or
Mhm.
whatever. I
They
bet.
do.
What were you gonna say, Anne?
I said they do. They do look gentle giants.
Yeah, they look like a gentle giant. All right, everybody, have a great day, and I will talk to you later. And you can hang out and watch me do this, and then you'll see what this does too behind the scenes.
Okay.
Have a
Bye,
great one, everybody.
everybody.
Bye, everybody.